So tell me, is you ready, baby? Tell me, is you ready, baby?
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Be Like D channel. It's your girl D coming back with another review of Love and Marriage Huntsville season 6 episode 3. It was a lot of stuff going on in this episode ish, kinda. Let's get into it. Alright, so the episode opens up with where we left off with Tisha and Kiki talking in the gym. I was so into the male situation that this one ended up getting good on his half. I was like, who cares about them, right? But not, and then I didn't catch it the first time I watched the episode. I caught it this time. This how much I ain't care about their ass. But anyway, so Tisha kind of spilled tea. Even though Kiki told us it was a drug addiction. She didn't have to say all that. She was like, when you was crazy at that time, you said F me and that baby. I'm sorry, drug addiction is not funny. Just the way that Tisha is throwing her cousin under the bus is. She said, you said F you and that baby, and then she said you was stealing my pain medicine, and I had just had a C-section. I said, oh. I was like, I would, and then Kiki just like, boy, you know she, oh, why she telling it all the details? Thought we were just gonna vague this thing up. But anyway, Kiki said she was, well, no, it was Tisha that wanted to know what was Kiki's real problem with her and why did she go behind her and do this, because that was effed up. That was effed up. It was. It was. That was the one time I was like, damn, man, that was messy. But I was here for it because, you know, I wanted the mess, you know, Tisha got my nerves. But gotta call Kiki to the carpet. That's what this episode should have been called. Kiki to the carpet. Everybody want a piece of her. Okay, so Tisha wanted to know the real reason why Kiki would do some effed up stuff like that to her. So Kiki says that it was because she felt like she wasn't there when she needed her the most. She withdrew from her. I'm like, okay. At first I was like, where's she going with this? But she said because she withdrew from her when she needed her the most. And she's like, I felt like you took my best friend. Tisha was like, I took your best friend. I took your best friend? She's like, yeah, at the time it felt like it. Who was your best friend? You. I took me away? How can I take me away? I was like, oh Lord, here we go. Here go that Kiki logic where we go round in a circle. But you know, that's what Tisha learned it. But anyway, so she's saying because she took herself away and it was hard and all that stuff like that. So then in Kiki confessional, she's saying that it's interesting to see how she made Tisha, well, she said it's disheartening to see how she made Tisha feel at a time when she was like that, and then, you know, she wasn't like herself. So basically that wasn't her, it was the drugs. Okay. I was like, oh shit, this was good. So is Marceau and his dad. I was like, what? Daddy Scott? Anyway, so we get to see their daddy. I'm like, okay. Here go this daddy with all these damn kids and boys, mostly boys. Ain't like one daughter. Anyway, so this whole scene was basically Marceau daddy trying to tell him he need to stop and enjoy life, like always people tell him. Well, he said, I want you to start, what he said, stop making a living and start making a life. I'm like, okay, that was cute. Now I see why your kids talk like that. That's what I got from this conversation. Why all his kids talking riddles and rhymes and gadgets, okay? And the way they think as they talking is how he was talking. You need to do this. I wish I didn't do it like that. But anyway, he just said that, you know, you need to slow down, enjoy what you done, fruits of your labor, basically. And riddles and rhymes. And he's like, you look up one day and your kids are grown. I'm like, oh. So this what your sons become when you ain't around that much, okay? The amount that you are around, because where they get all this BS from, okay? Daddy Scott, where they get all this BS from? But anyway, so Marceau basically said, "Yes, I hear you, Dad, but my what you said, my feelings about success hasn't changed after this conversation." I'm like, at least he act like he was gonna have a changed mind after this. But he looked so fake when he was like, yeah, yeah, Dad. I'm like, oh, stop. But they ended off with Marceau saying that it ain't time to stop yet because he trying to create generational wealth. Okay, so now we're over to Kimmy and Tisha, and they had some kind of, I don't even know, coffee place. I don't know. But anyway, Kimmy come in, she's like, "Oh, it's quiet in here." Like a library. That was funny to me. And then, so Tisha gets to telling her that she like, well, no. Kimmy was like, "Why we down in like South Huntsville?" And then she was like, "Because Marcel kicked me out of my office." And she like, "What?" So Marcel done kicked her out the office and got some new dude in there that he done partnered with. And she was like, "Oh, he got a partner on scope?" And she's like, "Yeah, I knew they was gonna be partnering on some things, but I didn't know that he was gonna be a part of scope." Then Tisha says that he was just like, we was looking over the plans for Scott Manor the other day, and then he was just like, "Oh yeah, and whatever the guy name is gonna be a part of scope now." I was like, that's how much he cares to let you know anything. It's just a little afterthought. "Oh yeah, let me throw that in there. Oh, he's a part of scope." And I bet he kept it moving. Did you even stop him and say, "What the fuck?" No. Tisha, what happened? I want to know what happened in the moment. Don't be lying, okay? But anyway, so she ain't got no office. She done got kicked out of the office. She can't even work there. Do her work there. I thought their business was together. What work she got to do? But anyway, so Kimmy like, "Oh really? How you feel about that? Was you mad? Well, you can come rent." She said, "Well, you can come rent the office in our building." I was like, one, Kim, you being messy, but that was funny. That was a good question though. You was mad? I know you was mad. And then she's like, "Come on, yeah, we're in our building. You know they got him and Maurice got a damn competition. You're gonna be mad. You can't be in my brother building." Looking ass. But I guess he gonna find her new place because she said Marcel was gonna, if she could put fire under him, she can get her place soon. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess. Still depending on his ass, girl. So then Tisha saying that she had to get fire under Marceau, and then she was like, "I gotta learn from you. I was telling whoever because I've been married the longest." I said, she always gotta slide that in there. But you know what? Go ahead, Tisha. How many years is it now? Is it 17? 17 years with that man. Anyway, even though I've been married the longest, Kimmy came in here and she get things done. She know how to handle these Scott men. I said, "Okay, girl, if you think so." And then Kimmy's like, "Well, y'all just see when we got to the agreement, but y'all ain't see all what we got, what happened to get there." I'm like, "Yeah, we don't. We always do see him having a tiff, and then when we come back, all of a sudden it's kind of like a compromise." But shit, do what you gotta do, Kimmy. Okay, so then Kimmy talking about it's all about timing and then the right approach, because you always gotta have the right timing and the right approach. I like to say things like, "Well, I think," or "I wouldn't do." I'm like, "Oh, girl, that's that therapy talk." But I was like, she was really giving Tisha a lesson in a moment, and then Tisha was like, right. And then in Tisha's confessional, she's saying it. She liked that she can have these conversations with Kimmy, basically because they get each other with all the Scott men stuff or whatever. And with these Scott men, you got to know that you got to have the right timing and the right verbiage. I don't know. She got to have the right words to talk to Marceau's ass because she knows it's going to be a damn argue down, okay? But you should be good at this now, Tisha. what's going on? So then, while they in the middle of talking, one of their phones ring, and it's Kimmy's. And it's Mel on the line. And she trying to say, she got her on speaker. And she like, I'm here with Tisha. But anyway, so Mel was trying to ask her if she can get massages. And then Tisha's like, can I talk to her? I was like, what? Kim said, huh? She's like, oh, okay, I'm here with Tisha. Tisha want to talk to you? So Tisha get the phone. Hi, Mel, this is Tisha. How are you? I'm like, oh my gosh, the same thing when she called her. But Mel didn't do that long pause like she did. Because Kimmy already warned her, that's why. But she didn't do that long pause. She's like, oh yes, okay, yeah, I would love to come. And then but why when she passed the phone back, she was like, oh yeah, can you pass it back to Kimmy? And she was like, anyway, I said, oh yeah. She was not happy to talk to Tisha. I was just calling you for that. So now that I know that, thank you. But why Kimmy looking gobsmacked? Oh. And then in her confession, just like, Tisha, stop playing. She's like, stop playing, Tisha. I don't know what you finna do, but we don't need no fights popping off in this quiet ass coffee shop. I said, oh Lord, this she brought up the quiet ass coffee shop. Funny ass confessional, girl. Funny. But why after Kimmy is smiling so hard, she's like, what? Really? She's like, that was cool, like cordial conversations. And her confession's like, yes, I was not expecting that. A cordial conversation between Mel and Tisha. I'm here for it. Basically, what she said. She's like, long as they having peace coming her way, she happy. And then in the scene, she out like, So, Tisha invite her to the event too. The event basically for Kimmy, but everybody gonna be doing Kimmy events all season, I'm sure. You deserve it, girl. Even though they gonna add a little mess on top of it, but it's okay. It's okay. Now we at the house with Marceau and Tisha and they kids. They having dinner. Marceau tries to shade Tisha in front of the kids. It seemed like they always kind of end on the joke though. It didn't feel that authentic, but okay. I was here for it if he was actually calling his daddy out, but it seemed like he was playing too. But anyway, so he like, wouldn't y'all like if your mom cooked more often, right? And then the kids are like, yeah, what about you, Dad? What about if you cook too? And then the son's like, wow, I wouldn't let my spouse of 17 years talk to me like that. But then he's smiling the whole time. I'm like, okay. They're like, wow, MJ, wow, really? I'm like, all right, this was just a joke. They played it up in the commercial like he was really finna get his daddy together. But we should have known. Anyway, so the kids get up from the table. Tisha's like, oh wow, why did you try to shame me in front of the kids? You don't know what a mom goes through and what a woman goes through. And then of course here go Marceau. Like, no, I mean, they don't, what he said, that don't even make sense or something like that probably. I don't know. But then he was saying that she can't say that because he could say the same thing. What if he said, you don't know what a man goes through? And then she was like, I might not. I said, okay, Tisha. I might not, okay? And that's okay. I said, okay, Tisha, get him together. And then he's like, no, because for a man, it's no might. It's a this man, I cannot stand him. Okay, he said it's not a might. It's the what he said, the weight of being a provider. And he said a provider and something else that I was like, what? Hold on. It's usually called a protector and provider, but he didn't say protector and provider. He said provider and something else. And he's like, that weight, it just it weighs you down and then it just conforms your world. I'm like, okay, boy. Oh my God, Tisha, you should have brought up the weight of carrying. How many kids is that in that room? 2 daughters and a older son. Talk about the weight of carrying 3 children. Okay, the birth, the girl. Tell them I got weight, all right. Better get your ass out of here. Anyway, the weight of being a woman, carrying a baby, having to feed their ass, all that. Boy, shut up. And now Marcel talking about how when he talked to his dad and he told him about all the things and challenges, he feel like he got a handle on it or whatever. And then I didn't really get that part. Did they slice it right or something? I don't know. But anyway, so then Tisha says that, well, for example, one of their issues or whatever is that they never define what her role is within his business. I was like, so it's his business? I thought it was y'all business. I thought you was the owner, 85% owner, whatever the hell it is. But anyway, we'll get to that. So then she was like, because I thought you was just gonna bring him on to do like a little partnership, but I didn't know you was bringing him on as an employee. And then she's like, I don't feel like she should hear any outside information about what's going on in the company from somebody else. And then she said that she's the owner. No, he said that she shouldn't be doing the hiring and firing as the owner. And she said, yes, she should. He's like, so you as the owner want to be doing all of that? You're the owner. I'm like the president. The owner and the president don't do the same job. I'm like, boy, you really trying to talk her up to tell her shut up and stay in your place. But he said it in this way. He was like, just know your role. Play your role. How, Tisha? How do you deal with this? 17 years, girl. Anyway. And then she's saying that she should know everything that go on, basically. And then he says he disagrees because she's the owner. And they start doing all these damn metaphors and stuff. I'm like, here he go again, all that extra shit. Oh yeah, you know, this example, that example, blah 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 blah. Word salad. Okay, so they arguing about communication. All right, after a while, this scene kind of dragged for me, and I'm just gonna sum it up to, it seemed like both of them Tisha was really trying to talk her feelings out like an adult, but at the same time, why did I could tell she wanted to pout a little bit. She wanted to be like, Marceau. And then as Marceau just keeps pushing back, he can tell she about to break down. She about to back down. And Tisha was so cute in this scene that as much as she had to stop and listen to his dumb ass, I just kept saying, she looks so pretty. But anyway, as this going on, he seemed like he been out the toddler himself and got his own, like, I'm not giving into nothing. I bet that's how he was as a kid. I'm not, nope. Everybody, I'm still mad. That's him. Because he really was not trying to hit a point at all. Then she was like, I'm trying to get you to understand my feelings, my thoughts, and understand. And he was like, well, I don't. That was that whole scene. And I didn't even have to tell you what all the words was. Alright, so this is part of the episode where I had to get my messy robe. So for all the mess that Tiffany pregnant ass finna bring out. Okay. Girl, that was cute. Thought I was in matching robes. But why Tiffany get this pregnant courage? Okay, but you know, I'm gonna take it. But you know what? She was actually she was courageous. Because she tried destiny. Oh goodness. But anyway, so they all show up to the spa, and they changing into their robes, so they have a little chit chat in between. And then Stormy is like, oh my gosh, y'all really look alike. And I'm like, yeah, they do. They cute or whatever. And then and then Kiki just like, well, yeah, who else would she rather look like, and stuff like that, trying to be all cute so she can have a cute look. Cousin banter. That's what she was trying to do. I caught it, girl. I caught what she was trying to do. But everybody else was just kind of like, oh. And then Tiffany messy ass, she said, it's a privilege to look like her, or whatever the hell she said. But Tisha didn't say nothing this whole time. She just kept going like, and then and it playing Kiki to the side a little bit. And then Kiki was like, "Don't try to play. You know who else you want to look like up in here. You know you would say it." So then here comes Tiffany. Okay, this bitch put on the sock. Where'd she get the sock from? Put a sock over her hand. Say, "Would this be considered a puppet?" Oh my gosh, Tiffany. And then I heard she get messier. I guess this is notch 1 for the season. Oh my gosh, that was funny. And then Tisha's like, mm. And then she's like, "I'm gonna get you a puppet. I'm gonna get you your own puppet." Mm-hmm. And then Kimmy hit everybody so quick and fast. Kimmy was like, "You are tough." Oh, Tiffany, you're finna be a ball this season. So then why Tisha was like, after she said she go get her puppets, and then Tiffany like, "Oh yeah, that's for kids. When you act like a kid, you get a puppet." Why they ain't panning the camera to Kiki? Cause she ain't catching this shade. So then she says, then Tisha says, "You about to get kicked up out of here." She said that shit like Tiffany was in trouble. She was her mom. "You better get kicked up out of here, okay?" And then he go Kimmy back doing her confessional. Tiffany be on that bullshit. Oh my goodness. She said she always starting with something with somebody. And today is Tisha with the puppets. But then she said she lucky Mel wasn't there because she don't think Mel would have laughed that joke off. I wonder though. She might. Nah, she wouldn't have laughed it off. But it was still funny. Thank you, Tiffany. So this is when we start getting into Kiki's ass, okay? So I forgot to mention earlier that when Tisha said she invited Tiffany, that's when Tiffany told her she had a problem with Kiki. I'm like, girl, you having that same. She repeating the same thing that Stormy said last season when Stormy was like, "I don't know if you do your cousin like that." And now she's saying the same shit. But I guess she wasn't around. Was she around? Guess she wasn't around. So now she got to say, "Well, I don't know if I trust her. I know she did it to her family. She'll do it to anyone." And, you know. So they all split up. Mel, Tiffany, and Stormy are in the sound bathroom or whatever with the blue light and the whatever. So then after they go through all of that, then here come Tiffany. Hey, let's get messy. She's like, so what's with Kiki? Like basically she's saying she don't really know her because she got to know everybody else in the way a little bit, but she didn't get to know Kiki, and she just seen what she did. And then Mel just said, "Well, she's not a bad person. Are you talking about from the Christmas party?" And then she was like, "No, well, yeah, but I'm talking about in general." I'm like, oh goodness, Tiffany. So then Mel was like, she's like, "So, like, what do you think about that?" or whatever. She's trying to get Mel to say something about Kiki, basically. And Mel was like, "Oh, we doing this shit." Shit. Mel is technically around 2 people she don't want to be around, so of course she finna be on guard. Okay, so she trying to get Mel to say something about Kiki, and then Mel just like, "No, I just want to focus on the sound bath. I just want to focus on peacefulness." So then Tiffany was like, "Is that deflection?" And then she's like, "No, I'm just the peace." And then Tiffany like, "No, this sound like deflection. Like, I'm trying to talk about the bitch, okay?" And then Stormy in her confessional talking about Tiffany is trying to have a conversation with Mel about Tiffany, but Mel obviously don't want to talk about it. So she's saying, "It's peaceful in this room." I said, "Okay." Thank you for doing the voice. But then she was like, and I'm like, "Girl, what? Like, just say you don't want to talk about it." I'm like, "Yeah, Mel, you could say you don't want to talk about it." But her response is always funny. I mean, what it wouldn't have been as funny if she was just, "I don't want to talk about it." And then you're like, "Oh, then why?" You know? for trying to force her to talk and her being peaceful. Now we got this moment, okay? Now with the other ladies, we got Kiki, Tisha, and Kimmy together. And why Tisha was like, Tiffany's been a little shady, huh? She's like, well, you probably was. You know, she known for a shady comment. I'm like, Tiffany, you got a shady rep, girl. But anyway, so they ended up talking about it. Like, oh, that's how y'all relationship, Kimmy saying how their relationship doing. They talking about they gonna work on it, move past it. But then here go Kiki. She gotta bring it up. Kimmy, I felt like we never had a problem, but when you went back and ran and told that, I felt like you was being an instigator instead of a whatever. Instead of being a problem solver, you was being an instigator. And she was like, and I just felt a way about that. And Kimmy was like, excuse me, what? She was like, you don't think you instigated it when you showed up at Mel's party? I'm like, yes, Kimmy, get her. And then he'll Tisha, why are you bringing this up? She knows she's not gonna win this argument, but she keep bringing it up. She's like, well, I didn't have a conversation with Kimmy. And still in the argument, she's saying that she wasn't talking bad about Tisha. And then Kimmy was like, how you ain't talking bad about your cousin when everybody from the party said you was talking bad about your cousin? So everybody wrong? And Kiki said, yes. I said, oh yeah, she on another level. Delusion. So Kiki saying that everybody wrong. And Kim was like, okay, that's fair. Okay, if you think so. She was like, well, everybody blown it up out of proportion. Everybody blew up what she said out of proportion. Because she's like, all I said was that me and Tisha have a relationship not in a good place. And that, you know. I'm like, girl, stop trying to run through it. The more you run through it, we ain't going to get through it, okay? So then they was like, and another thing, everybody said what I said, but nobody said what Stormy said. I said, that's why you hit Kiki. Because we did all forget what Stormy said. But she can't be that mad at Stormy because she ain't no Stormy. But that was good. Deflection. Somebody taught Kiki the reality TV game. Deflection, delusional, and good at reading sometimes. You know, you should be kind of getting you there. I need another hug and one to show off, okay? But anyway, so she saying that nobody said what Stormy said, and then Kim was like, didn't I tell you what Stormy said too? And then Tisha was like, I kind of remember what Stormy said, but I mostly remember you telling me what Kiki said, because Kiki my cousin, basically. And it was like, and then I didn't even know her at that time, and then Kim was like, yeah, and I was surprised I didn't know Stormy either, and I was surprised she had so much to say at the time too. And then as soon as we hear that, they showed him in the other room. They hear Stormy, what? They was like, what about Stormy? Let's go out there. And we're like, let's go out there. The way Tiffany was sitting there like, like it was about to be good. And then Stormy like, yeah, let's talk about Stormy. What about Stormy? Tell me about Stormy. I'm like, okay, girl. I wasn't that interested in that. It was cute for the first little second, but when you went out there, it was, I'm like, okay, girl. Well, you know, tell me about Stormy. Then they didn't even get to Stormy first. Then Kiki was like, yeah, we talk about what happened at Mel party. Mel looked like, shit. If Mel could have faded to the back, like, that's what she looked like at that damn party. Oh, we talking about this? Now, I wonder if she gonna jump in to help Kiki. I don't think she is. But that was funny. She was like, and then so then Kiki was like, yeah, and then another thing I heard about, I didn't like that you, Tiffany, had problems or issues with the way I handle things or whatever at the party. You thought I was talking about my cousin? And then Tiffany was like, well, I don't know. Tiffany was trying to say, well, as much as you claim that Mel is your friend, you should claim that Tisha is your cousin. I'm like, why everything seem like some made up ass beef? But here we go for the ride, right? So then she said in her argument that you should be sticking up for your cousin. I don't like that you threw your cousin under the bus in any capacity. It should be about family, and that's it. I didn't have all of that, so I don't understand how you could do that. And then Kiki trying to tell her you don't know what you're talking about. You wasn't there. I didn't say I was there. That's the argument. I didn't say I was there. I'm just saying. And then Kiki was like, well, you don't know what you're talking about. And then he go, Tiffany, I always know what I'm talking about. And then she started to get riled up. And then started like, she's pregnant. I'm like, don't come argue with me when you're pregnant then. Stop having your little pregnant balls because you don't want nobody to come back at your ass. And that's what she going to be doing all season. It's going to slightly make me mad. But I'm definitely going to enjoy it, of course. Because when she getting them together and saying, Tiffany do got timing, girl. The timing. But the timing might be right this season. That's what I'm talking about. So then, episode ends off with them arguing. And Kiki looking like, you don't know. And then Tiffany looking like, support your family. But ain't nobody gonna turn the mail and say nothing. Okay. Tiffany, why you didn't pull an issue with Mel, asking Mel why was she talking to Tisha's cousin, okay? But we just gonna skip that. Kiki gotta come to the car. And then I guess next week Stormy gonna hop in too. We're telling Kiki she was wrong. So this is gonna be a Kiki party. All right, y'all. That was the end of the episode. Then I think it's another to be continued. All right, that is the end of the episode. That is the end of my review for Love and Marriage Huntsville, season 6, episode 3. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the Be Like Dee channel, okay? Y'all like my little messy Rob? I have to get messy with him up in here, okay? Drop down in the comments, let me know what y'all think about the episode.